lobbying, created an illusion of transparency while ensuring that no single authority could trace the full chain of transactions. Experts in political finance warned that this setup pointed to something much larger than a single politician's scandal. It represented a new phase in the fusion between political decision-making and global financial strategy. The implication was that figures like MERS were not operating independently but rather as parts of a broader system designed to align European policies with transnational corporate goals. Energy transition, climate investment, and innovation funding were no longer just policy themes, they had become tools for consolidating geopolitical power. Journalists began to uncover evidence of American consulting companies providing policy guidance to European counterparts in exchange for exclusive access to infrastructure projects. Behind the scenes, some of the same firms had previously worked on defense contracts and digital surveillance initiatives. The crossover between energy policy and national security funding blurred ethical boundaries and raised uncomfortable questions. Was the green agenda simply a convenient mask for deeper cooperation between governments and private power brokers? Washington officially distanced itself from the controversy, denying any involvement. A spokesperson for the U.S. State Department stated that, no American agency had any role or interest in internal European funding mechanisms. Yet diplomatic sources in Brussels suggested otherwise. They described quiet exchanges between American and European diplomats, in which the subject of energy coordination transparency was brought up repeatedly. One EU official, speaking anonymously, admitted that certain European leaders were deeply concerned about the potential fallout. If the public discovered that the green transition had been used as a front for a corporate alliance stretching across the Atlantic, it could trigger a wave of political unrest throughout the bloc. Within Germany, the scandal put immense pressure on MERS. His image as a strong and pragmatic leader was now overshadowed by suspicion. The opposition demanded that he testify before a parliamentary ethics committee. Meanwhile, several investigative outlets published reports suggesting that MERS had attended closed-door conferences in the United States during the same period the transfers were made. Photos from these events showed him alongside prominent business figures, though no direct evidence of wrongdoing was established. Still, perception was enough to damage his credibility. The broader impact was already visible across Europe. Trust in EU financial oversight weakened as citizens questioned whether the Union was still capable of independent decision-making. Commentators warned that if foreign interests could influence policy under the guise of environmental progress, Europe's political autonomy was at stake. Protests erupted in several capitals, with demonstrators demanding full disclosure of all corporate donations tied to